Hello, Punctualotos. Appreciate that, man. I try my best these days. I do try my best. Also, did they change the category image for makers and crafting? It's like a pen with a cup now, or a cup with pens. Since when is that a thing? It used to just be makers and crafting with like some paper or some shit. The hell Crunchyroll drops? Yeah, I saw that. I'm a little bit regretful because I literally saw that yesterday when we streamed, and they're doing a Crunchyroll thing with Twitch, and if you gift 2 subs, you get a month of Crunchyroll, which is like the same as it would be to sub for Crunchyroll, which I was kind of pissed off about. Like, I wish I knew, or I would have just gifted 2 subs instead of just getting $10 Crunchyroll. So, a bit sad. I got some planar magnetic headphones. They are interesting. I need to fix my pair. I don't even know how to do it, but I kind of want to open it up. Hoodie looks nice. Thanks. It's freezing here. I'm cold as fuck. This is one of my 4 hoodies. Did you see the Stream Deck scissor keys? Is this like Apple's keys or something? Let's see. Stream Deck scissor keys. Tactile. Wait. Oh, this is like the butterfly switches, no? So is this a new version? EC build, let's go. So what were the old ones? The old ones were just like a membrane of some sort? Oh, it looks like they changed the keycap for them too or something like that. They look a little nicer now. A little bit more high quality. Interesting. They're not easy to fix unless you know what you're doing. Oh, for the headphones? Fuck. Because one of my headset like ear cups is dead, and I really want to fix it. Maybe I should just reach out to the original manufacturer for them. I'd pay for shipping there to get it fixed. By the way, too lucky if you're leaving now, because I know you said you're leaving. Yeah, dude, we're doing the Dao today. Exciting keyboard. Also, Burn, thanks so much for a tier 2, man.
15 months and a 40 stream
Thanks,
streak.
dude.
Wow. Anyways, hope you're having a good one.
I've had an okay day today. I think the rain, I don't know, the weather today. This is my second headache I've gotten in the last like month, which is weird because usually I thought I was over all this headache stuff. I also think it's because my glasses have been sitting weird. So I think it's about time I get new ones anyways. I think I need to get my eyes checked. It's been like, what, 2 or 3 years since I got my eyes checked, and you're supposed to do it like every 2 years or something. So I think it's time. I think it's getting there now to the point where I probably need to get them checked. Which one was the one you showed the box on the stream the other day but said it was going to be for another week? Viata, yeah. That is not going to be Friday. I was going to do it Friday, but we're still waiting for some parts, so not Friday any longer. Dude, LASIK scares the shit out of me. I would want to get LASIK, but at the same time, I also don't, like, it's weird. I'm so accustomed to how I look now with glasses that I don't think I'd want to do LASIK, you know? But do you like it, Chris? But it's so worth it. Oh, you have to get your eyes checked every year now? I guess just to make sure everything's okay. But Alex, getting checked yearly is recommended because your eyes can reveal other health concerns beyond your vision. Okay, maybe I'll go soon then, because it's not like crazy expensive to get your eyes checked. It's like $100 or something. Not as expensive as some other stuff. Oh, okay, that's stressful. It's another thing on the list of stuff to do. At least eyes checked is a little easier to do. It's just like your eyes get a little blurry for like an hour or something. Oh, I don't like the way that feels though. I can already feel it right now, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all, dude. I'd rather continue with glasses. Yeah. I just did a job for the owner of LASIK. Oh, suit, dude, that's so sick. What did the job entail, if you don't mind me asking? Also, thanks everyone for tuning in. You should do a stream right after getting your eyes checked. That would be funny. Try to solder some stuff right after then. I'll check your eyes. 1, 2, yep, both there. Check. Thanks, Dynamics. I really appreciate that, man. Hey, am I going to do any Hall Effect builds in the near future? We actually just did a few. But yeah, I'll probably do more. I probably will. Hall Effect is fun. Hall Effect is really, really fun. So I most likely will do more in the future. Why are long poles so awesome sounding? I think it's just because they're louder and they have that really like distinct bottom out that a lot of people have grown to like really love. Did you hear about the new cherry switches? Sort of. You might have to refresh my memory. You may have to refresh it. The extra millimeter makes all the difference. Yeah, it really does. Also, by the way, so today is our last stream for the rest, like the next few days. I probably will take like 2 or 3 days just to get some stuff organized. Next stream, I'm probably going to start doing multi-streaming or multicasting, because there's been a lot of people who just don't want to watch on Twitch. They want to watch on other things as well. So I'm probably going to start that pretty soon, just as a little FYI to people. Cherry MX, Honey Falcon, and Sakura Blossoms, and one more. Interesting names. We are running out of names for switches, huh? We really are. Yo, Alex, DHL has some problems with my shipment. It's already in Canada, but I don't know why the consignee is not known. Oh, for the... I think I saw that notification today, Sushi. It said it couldn't deliver to my P.O. box, which is weird because, like, so many things get sent to my P.O. box. I think my P.O. box has a new DHL delivery driver on certain days, and I think either we just wait for tomorrow where he's going to retry, another person will retry, or I might have to just change the address or something to a different one. Are MX Pinks a thing? Oh, are they? I don't even know. I'm not sure. But shall we begin today's stream with this beautiful Manta? I've been really enjoying typing on these switches. Actually, I was using the other board today too, but I need to get the VIA file for that so I can change some keys. You don't have a tiny doorman waiting at your P.O. box? Unfortunately, I'm not that rich. I wish. I think DHL doesn't deliver to P.O. boxes. My P.O. box is not a real P.O. box though. It is like a full-time like business that runs there that's not associated with an actual like postal service. They accept everything. So they usually are good with DHL boxes. As another Mac user, how do you deal with the fact that you can't natively control each volume individually? Oh, of applications? I haven't had the need. Dude, I'm gonna be real with you guys. Like, I don't use this computer past working. Okay, when I say working, that entails like photo editing, video editing, what else? Streaming, and then maybe watching some media because I like the Apple monitor. Past that, like listening to music sometimes, sure, but I don't do anything else on this thing. This thing is like a strict work computer, so it is very, very strict work computer. It's just a make-believe normal box that you call a P.O. box, basically, in it. Basically, dude. All right, shall we open up the board? I know a lot of people have been kind of pumped up for this one. It's an interesting board, actually. So this is the Dao. This is going to be an EC board that comes in and around $300 brand new. And I'm going to show you guys, and you're probably wondering, why is it $300? It's because it's a full kit. We're going to do a teardown today and actually mod this, but it is a legit full kit. Like, you can just buy this and not mod it, which could be an option. But they're using PBT caps. I believe they're the same caps you can get from Yuzu. It's an aluminum case. It's a true HHKB, which is, in my humble opinion, a little rare. And it has some, I'd say it has a nice little theme to it. And it's an AC build. The nice thing about this is I believe, we're going to open it up and then confirm, I believe this is a Cipulot PCB as well. So the parts inside this are actually pretty nice. So it does use the EC Pro X PCB, which you can also buy, which is a pretty expensive PCB. It's very nice. Like, it is a very nice overall package. It's using 45 gram FK ohms. It's using silencing rings. The stabs come pre-lubed, but I feel like they're just okay. Like, I feel like I can tune them maybe a little bit better. So we'll see. And then cherry profile PBT die sub keycaps too, which is pretty nice. I do want to tear this down and redo a bunch of things on this, just because again I want to see how it's gonna sound when I actually lube it. You can tell it needs a little bit of work, but I think that's gonna be the joy of doing something like this. The keycaps are pretty nice. This was actually the main thing I was concerned about. We'll take a look at the board here in a second. The main thing I was concerned about, hi Clever, how you doing? Was the keycaps, because I've never actually seen, I don't think I've seen anything from like Yuzu or anything like that at all in person, and they're pretty sharp. For die sub, they're pretty darn sharp, dude. The side profile of the board is pretty simple. It does have like a brass seam around it, which is fun. So all the seam enjoyers in chat, all the seam enjoyers will probably really like this. It's a very nice looking board. It does have some pass-through USBs, which also is fucking awesome. We love seeing that too. I've been saying this. I don't think enough boards have these. Very, very nice. And then the bottom's pretty simplistic. I'll be honest, and originally when I was looking at this, I didn't realize the PCB that it came with, right? I was just kind of looking at this from like a quick point of view and being like, all right, but like what does it actually offer me like visually for the case? Because it is aluminum. I truly think like not only are you getting all the parts you need for this EC board to work, it's electrocapacitive resonant. So think Toper. Not only getting all the parts, getting a decent set of keycaps too. So, you know, that adds to it, but the real kicker here is getting that nice PCB inside this. So we're going to take this apart here, but first we'll do like a little sound test. I'll be real though. I do think next time that they design a case, I would love, like, okay, me personally, because there's not a lot of these on the market. There's not a lot of aluminum true HHKBs that can accept Toper. Like, there's not a lot. I would have loved to see, because the side profile's cool and the top's cool. I would have liked to see a little bit more embellishments. Hell, I would probably pay a bit more of a premium if this had some more embellishments to it. You know, just some like extra design work that went into it. Obviously, this is a very personal choice and it's not going to suit everyone's needs. But I would have paid a little bit more. But overall, pretty nice shape. The seam is visible, which is cool, so you do get to see that brass piece. And then here is the stock sound. No, unfortunately, they don't offer a bare bones kit. Can tell we need to mod this a little bit, so that's why we're gonna do the teardown today and get this thing all. Like the enter key, the stabs sound pretty decent. The shift key needs a little bit of work. And the space is okay. I do want to get this all opened up though. We'll actually take off another little layer of this keyboard here too right now. Yeah, it sounds okay right now. Like, I'm not going to say it sounds bad because it's an EC board and I've heard way worse when it comes to EC stuff. It sounds like it was done in a decent manner. However, again, I would have actually sort of preferred this board if it came all disassembled. You know what I mean? Like not pre-done for us here. What EC switches are we using here? $300. It is expensive. Again, I want to state that I do also feel like this is an expensive project. However, I do really believe that getting everything all in one, plus getting a pretty darn good PCB, because that's, again, I'd say that's the major attraction here. And for those not familiar, the PCB for this is actually very nice. I believe this is, again, a Sipulot PCB, which SIP makes some pretty fucking sick PCBs. What does EC stand for again? Yeah, a few people answered. Electrocapacitive. How do the switches feel in comparison with linears? It's interesting because, like, feeling-wise, if I were to close my eyes and type on a linear switch versus an EC switch, it almost kind of feels like these are cushioned with like a mix of being tactile, but not like the standard tactile bump that you'd get with like a linear switch, or sorry, a tactile switch from an NMX series switch. I'd say they're very unique. They're like this long, well-rounded bump. So, employee compensation. Do I get compensation in it? It's kind of like a silent tactile, yeah. I have to say, I still can't get over how beautiful the Pumi's Manta looks. Thank you very much, Burn. But again, value-wise, again, I would have liked to see some extra design work go into the shell of the case here. Not to say it's bad, but it's definitely a little boring. However, there's not a lot of cases like this, and not a lot of like projects like this. And you do get a whole kit with this. So, what is the artisan on the Manta? That is from Kripke. It's I actually don't remember the name of it, but it's actually a sterling silver artisan. Oh gosh. I'm actually excited to mod this though. I find modding EC stuff like pretty darn relaxing. I have a few personal EC boards I need to do. Oh, so last night I saw that on Apple TV, well, not Apple TV, but Apple Movies, they had the Minecraft movie. And listen, no shade to anyone who liked the movie, all right? No shade. Me and my girlfriend, we decided to watch the first 15 minutes. We couldn't get past like 3 minutes. I don't know. I couldn't do it, dude. I don't know what it was. There's something like, bro, I'm going to use the word sinister, bro. All right. There's something sinister about the Jack Black's acting there. Like, I don't know what it is. It doesn't feel real. It feels uncanny in a lot of ways. But it made me feel weird and I couldn't do it, dude. Yeah, I'm not saying that it's a bad movie at all. I'm not saying it's, it's anything like that. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, dude. How do the keycaps compare to stuff like GMK and CRP? Thickness-wise, they look pretty on par with most other PBT. Like, we can measure these here in a moment. Because these are die sub and it's a complete die sub, there is some small... And this is very common when you're doing like 5-sided die sub stuff. It's a little bit, what's this, concave or bent inwards because of how the die works with these keycaps. So there's a little bit of bending here. So, I mean, pretty on par. They're not aggressive though, by any means. The sharpness of this is actually pretty good though. But they're definitely not as thick as something like CRP. At least they don't feel like it. Again, we could measure this and really dive in deep. But yeah, they look pretty good. They look pretty good. I tried your suggestion from yesterday to stream to use O-ring plus aluminum plate, and I'm really liking it for my Neo 65. Thank you for the suggestion. Anytime, V-Rush. Dude, it's my pleasure, bro. My pleasure. Wait, EC is kind of Topper hot swap? Is it considered hot swap? Wait, I'm sorry, Chris, what do you mean by that? EC is a kind of Topper hot swap? Electrocapacitive is the same thing as Topper, basically. Hi, JQ, how you doing, man? I'm looking fine as ever. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, dude. That means a lot. All right. Oh. All right, so I see a small problem here, and this is... Yeah, that's an aggressive amount of lube. Okay, it's all over the keycap as well. There is an aggressive amount of lube on this stabilizer. Maybe that's why I'm hearing a lot of clicking. Because it's getting all squished and vacuumed. So note to FK caps, I would tone down the amount of lube. It's been gooped? There's a joke to be made? Yeah, we're really gonna have to fine tune that. Did it get all over the plate too? It did. That's okay. All right, well, that's okay. We'll put this over to the side. Looks like my Saturday night. Or it looks like me Saturday night. Huh? Who said that? In it? Do we get it? Do we just like... What do we do? What do we do, guys? What do we do here? Oh gosh. Drop test in it? Oh, your Lilith arrived. Nice, dude. Hell yeah. Hell yes, dude. I'm gonna send it to you. Let's go, bro. I'm so excited, man. Who makes the EC switches in this? Does it actually tell us who's making the EC switches here? Let me ask really quick to get the direct information there. Let me see if they're online so we can get some info. All right. They almost look like the navies, but we'll see. Oh, oh yeah. Did they? I think they told me they forgot to ship this with all the screws. At least I think that's what they told me. I don't remember now. There might be one or two missing screws. I'm not an egg anymore. I'm a little dino. It hatched, dude. When you sub, it hatches. By the way, thank you guys for continuing to support the channel and stuff. I know people eventually lose interest in keyboards and stuff and maybe don't show up as much, but thanks for hanging out even if you don't care about keyboards. Really appreciate the love and support, everybody. Let's see, what do we got in here? Ooh, there's the EC Pro 2 Hub daughter board by SIP. Very nice. This is, in my humble opinion, the real reason a lot of the cost is there. These are very good PCBs. SIP makes some... I've talked to SIP personally, and he is super passionate about what he does. Yeah, like I said, it uses a Cipulot PCB. So, very, very awesome. If you break down the price, this is kind of budget. Yeah, the thing is, the problem that I always find is like I can show this, right? But people will always find a way to kind of tell me like, okay, well, no, it's not a well-priced keyboard. I really do believe like for what you're getting in here. Originally, I didn't know this was a Cipulot PCB, and then I was kind of like, it is a little expensive. When I found out this is SIP PCBs, I was like, that makes a lot more sense. So, but very, very nice PCB here. Very, very cool. So the bottom here doesn't have any weights or anything like that. It is just a big chunk of aluminum. This is where that brass piece fits in over here. It has a little bit of weight to it. Now, is this brass or is this an aluminum piece? I'm pretty sure this is brass. Or is it just brass colored? So I would suggest for them to really put some more information on the website. I'm pretty sure this is brass, though. Subtle brass seam accents. Again, I think this is a brass piece. So this is rather heavy for aluminum. So I'll go on a limb and say this is brass. Jason, thank you so much for a tier 1, man. What are those USB connections for? Can we connect the hard drive? I've never tried doing that. It is brass. Hi, FK. How you doing, man? FK, what are the switches used in this? I've never tried connecting a hard drive to this. I've only ever used these pass-throughs for like mouse and other like wireless devices or just small like little USBs. What I would probably not do just from like a standpoint of just like safety And also, just read-write speeds is probably not connect the hard drive or something like a camera SD card reader, unless you don't care about the files. I'm not saying this is bad by any means, but like just out of good practice, you just want to take any margin of error that you do. None of the options you mentioned, they are something else as far as I know. I will check on the team. Sounds good, FK. What's the internal USB a port for? You can just plug in USB devices, which is awesome. They're pass-through USBs. Consider it like a USB hub. This one here, you mean, though? This one, I'm actually not positive what this one here is. I'm not sure. The internal one, I'm not too sure. Let's see. Does it actually have any? Because they actually sell these PCBs separately as well. I'm really not sure. I can ask Sipulot one day. I'm really not sure. Maybe some sort of like flashing or troubleshooting or something like that. Or maybe just an additional... Yeah, I'm actually not sure. Mouse dongles inside of it? That'd be really smart too, actually. That'd be so handy. But I don't know if it would work very well through all the aluminum. And then we have our PCB, which we're going to unscrew. Very nice. Let's actually put some stuff to the side here so we don't lose anything. It could be a battery bank, because I did think actually, it has this inside of the case here too, which again, I'm not really sure what it's for. Actually, no, this is for something completely different. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure, guys. Oh, there's a cute keychain with this too. Look at that. You get a little rubber keychain with this. Little keyboard keychain. Finally end at work early enough to catch a stream. What's up, Koala? How you doing, man? All right, let's put this to the side. And let's start unscrewing this. By the way, Alex, for commissions, are June spots and the discount's over? No, June is still open. I think there's about 7 or 8 slots left for June. A bunch of people asked me to move them over just because they're not getting their stuff in time. So there is a few more slots, but yes, they are. So another port if you want something more permanent inside the case, I suppose. Ah, interesting, clever. Very, very interesting. I wonder how that would work. I wonder if there'd be any sort of like issues that would arise from that. Cute keychain. You're cute, please. Do you think this would be a good starter EC board? Yeah, I don't know why. Okay, I'm pretty positive some people can watch in 4K. I don't know why. So, here's the thing, right? EC stuff is a lot of fun. Like, I've only recently started dabbling in it within the last, like, 6 or 7 months, and I've been loving it. Like, I even have a few EC kits I need to put together still. I even got myself an HHKB Pro. I think... already I can tell you, just because this is using a very good quality PCB, this would probably be a really fun little project. If you didn't like the case for this, like if you hate the shell for this, maybe you wait for the new stuff, like the Dynacap stuff, and then you can do something like the Bauer Light. If you wanted something a little bit less, simplistic. You know what I mean? So maybe that's something you could look for. But I think for what you're getting here, like if you don't want to source a whole bunch of different parts, this could save you a few bucks technically, because you get the whole kit. Like, and it looks pretty sharp too. Is this top mounted? Yes, this is a top mounted board. What are the 3 USBs for? The internal one, I think we've kind of chalked up to, this probably is going to be just for like something you want to hide away, maybe a dongle or something, which I'm concerned about. But these 2 are pass-through USBs, which is super handy. Does this use clever parts? I don't know if it does, but we'll see. I'm pretty positive these are all stuff from FK. Yeah, I don't think anything here is from Clever, because Clever would have told me. I'm pretty sure Clever would have told me ahead of time. You can attach a USB worm Oh my god, the USB worm lights remind me of good old Nintendo 60 or Nintendo Game Boy days, bro. Alex, how do you solve very conflicting dilemmas? Like, give me a dilemma in it. How many screws does PCB have? I would say pretty standard for EC stuff. In case you guys are wondering, actually a little bit of like knowledge here, because we don't do EC stuff a lot. EC stuff needs to be clamped together. Like, it needs to be like squished. So you need to do this. You need to have all these screws here. This is pretty standard for like any EC build you'll probably find. So it's a very first world problem. I mean, dude, just tell me the problem in it, or just give me an example. Because I think I handle Cloudline or F1. Oh, so you're talking about a keyboard problem. I don't know. That's a tough one. I think if you want classy, you go F1. If you want something a bit more modernized visually, maybe a bit more, you know, out there, a little bit more artsy fartsy, you go with the Cloudline. Good to see someone utilizing a USB-C port properly. It's totally overkill just running it for a keyboard. Dude, pass-throughs, I've said this for so long, they're so nice to have on keyboards, man, but nobody utilizes them. Like, literally nobody. There's so little amount of people that actually use them in keyboards. Not even Manta. Well, we don't have the room in Manta, so we don't have the room. Are these FK's own parts? So I believe the plate and the case are theirs. The PCB is not. And if I read this again, and I think FK is confirming some other stuff, like one of the reps is confirming some stuff here. The keycaps are not, that's from Yuzu, but I think FK is also Yuzu or works with Yuzu. But the domes are called FK domes. I believe they're their own. The housing is OEM compatible, but again, I'm not sure which switches these are. We're waiting for confirmation there. I don't know why, but pass-throughs make me skeptical for some reason. Really? I'm curious as to why. This is... You know what? Should we just take this off? Yeah, let's just do that for now. Pink domes, very cute domes. Ooh, okay. All right. This is going to be a major piece of criticism. This is too much lube. See this? I can lube like 20 switches with this. This is a lot of lubricant. My suggestion to FK, I think the project's cool so far. 100%. Just tone down the lubricant there. FK is a different company from Yuzu, but basically a lot of shared people. Okay. So sister or brother company, basically. We're going to wipe that down afterwards. But for now, let's just leave it there for now. Noted about the lube, yeah, there's just an excessive amount, and then also this could cause some like squishy, like it's not on the other ones, it's dry on the other sides, but this can cause some like squishy, we've kind of demoed it. Imagine tape being like torn off the same piece, like some adhesion and some like suction, and it could basically mimic like stab wire ticking, basically. It's undesirable, I would say, at the least. Very undesirable. All right. Let's move some stuff over. What I'm going to do, just so I have things in order, is just kind of put things in their own spot here. Going to lube the sliders. I'm going to double check. I don't know if the sliders come lubed. I don't think they do. At least they don't feel like it. But we're just taking it apart and we're going to mod it. I also need to fix the stabs. Because the other stabs actually look bone dry. Maybe they aren't lubed. But this spacebar stabilizer is very heavy on lubricant. Odds of losing a spring this stream? Do you guys want to place bets? Are we placing bets or something? What are we doing? Let's pull it. You guys want predictions? Here, /predictions. We'll let this run for 20 minutes. Will Alex lose a spring? Oh my god, please. Yes. What? Yes. Nah. Boom. There you guys go. Guys, where's this spring? Where'd that spring go? I'm sure it's somewhere. I'm sure it's somewhere, dude. Well, yes wins. We don't know that yet. The board is still being built. We don't know yet. We don't know. It'll turn up. It will turn up, everybody. All right, we also have to wipe down a bunch of the lube too. The spring was really friends. The spring was really the friends made along the way. Honestly, I bet it was. Damn. Whoever voted yes has no faith in me. No faith, dude. All right, let's take out the stabs and put these on the side. Actually, these ones are lubed. These are lubed properly. Yeah, these are actually lubed very nicely. This spacebar is not, though. The spacebar is little to be desired here, so this is too much. Oof. Way too much here. We will do our best to clean this afterwards. I'll do my absolute best. Now to pop these guys out. And these are not lubed, so we will be lubing these. So let's pop these all out. Yeah, we will be lubing these. Actually, there is a little bit of lube, but it's very, very minimal. Is there? So nice.
Hey Alex.
Or no, there's not. There's not. There's none. That's just residual from my fingers.
Things are going great for you. Had any plain chips lately? Ha ha.
Dude, everyone's been very aggressive with the plain flavors lately. Yeah, I've had plain chips. I had them yesterday. No wait, I had lime flavored chips the other day. Does that count? Use a Sharpie, please. Sharpie for what? Sorry, what are we using a Sharpie for? I don't think I own a Sharpie. Why are we bullying the streamer about his taste in trips? Doesn't everybody, though? Doesn't everyone bully me? Sharpie for the sliders? I don't think I have a Sharpie like you guys want. I have like those... Yeah, these are the Sharpies I have. I think I know what you're saying, but I don't own those. I have these. Unless you mean these. Do these work too? Is that what you're suggesting I do? With this? That works? I thought maybe you wanted me to use the lid. That's the correct way? Oh, I just use the side of this and just push down because it's the same to me. I don't know. It's the same thing, really. Looks like a Sharpie to me. I thought you guys wanted me to use the lid. Voila, easy peasy. Bro, lime Tostitos and salsa is so good. Honestly, they are. Oh, wait. Actually, I just remembered, yeah, where are the rings on these? Are they just like stuck to the top on these? Oh, they might be. I see, I see. Okay, some of these have them adhered to the top. So the little pads on some of these are on the top here. So I'll make sure that we actually have those just lying on the housing itself. This one that's falling out, I'll just have to remember that goes right over here to the right of the stab. These do have rings, didn't sound like it. These are like thin films. I wouldn't even call these like the regular rings that I've seen. I don't even really know if these would really do a whole lot. They're super, super thin. I'm not incredibly well versed in EC. I do love it. It's been fantastic for me lately. Like, it's been really making me enjoy keyboard stuff, but okay, a few of these are falling out. That's okay. I'll put them to the side. I think I've normally seen like thicker ones. I love Topper, such endgame, very tasty. Damn. Oh, this whole thing came out here. We're doing Topper. What's up, dude? One with the rubber cup. It is a very nice sound profile, Topper. Or EC. No, you silly goose. Okay, let's put you back and all. Topper, huh? Oh my God, Bear. Good feeling of oneness with the cup rubber. Is it a good feeling? You know, like I said too, I think, in all honesty, like, I love the fact that this comes pre-assembled. Like, I think that's really awesome in a lot of ways, but I think this would also be a really fun kit if they did this as like a DIY thing. I really, really do. I think that would be a lot of fun as well. All right, now we can start lubing our sliders. So what we're doing here, in case anyone's wondering and maybe watching this in the future, all we're really gonna do is lube 2 spots. There's some other ways you can technically mod this from what I've seen, but realistically, should I just do a side view? No, it's okay, we'll do this view. We're gonna lube, it's a little difficult to look at, but we're gonna lube the slider areas being here and here. So essentially, the legs of our stem. So, no, this isn't a... Actually, is this an aluminum plate? This looks like an aluminum plate with plastic housings. Is it aluminum? I'm pretty positive it is. Sushi Lover, thank you so much for 6 months. Thank you. That means a lot, man. I really appreciate it. Oh, stainless steel. There you go. It is a metal plate. Where's my... There it is. Again, you want to go for, when it comes to this kind of stuff, typically, the ideal here would be some sort of metal plate. But we're just going to lube all these. To make it sound pretty nice, hopefully. This is the way, Alex. It is a huge waste to lube more on that than that on the EC, as those are the friction surfaces. Yeah, I've seen a whole bunch. Like, dude, before I did my first EC build, I watched so many videos of so many different ways people are modding things. And I was kind of scratching my head and thinking, well, just like when I was doing my guide on MX switches, I'm like, what are actually the points of the contact here? Like, what's being used? And when I was experimenting on my other EC build, I was like, oh, seems like it's just the sliders that need to be really done. Anything else just seems like kind of a waste. And then there was some other mods that I've seen of people lubing the PCB. That just is opening yourself for, again, suction with the lubricant. So I would not do that personally. Alex, why is it that on some switches, one side of the spacebar sounds deeper than the other? So it could be some sort of install problem. It could be the case. It could be the keycap's a bit warped. It could be something's not screwed in enough. It could be a little uneven. Unfortunately, there's a lot of variables. And I wouldn't be able to tell you all the variables, sadly. I found it to be mainly on cherry. Well, with cherry, if you're using cherry stabs, make sure that your stabs are clipped evenly. If they're not clipped evenly, yeah, you might run into that problem. Hey Alex, I just want plateless on my classic TKL even though it's a plate gasket mount. Wait, how... Wait a second. I've never even tried that. Did it turn out good? Oh, you mean cherry switches? Oh, I don't notice that on cherry switches. Did you Dremel it? Yeah, now I'm curious. How'd you do that? I'm super curious. DHL is my parcel on hold. It says the quantity is not known to the address, apparently. Oh, Sushi, I'll figure it out. I got you. I'm going to look at after this. I got you, my friend. One of my major things when it comes to doing client stuff and customer stuff is I don't want to leave anybody unhappy, ever. So far, I don't think I've ever had someone who's been unhappy that I could have kept happy. I think there's been some people who've gotten frustrated at the mail system, but that is out of my control, unfortunately. I'm unhappy that you have not built one of my boards. Would you like me to? Would you? Oh, by the way, speaking of building boards, so I was thinking, like I said, of running some giveaways at the end of this month, or sorry, end of June, beginning of July. I want to do a really big giveaway thing again. Now I have a question for you guys. If I put some of the giveaway items as free build services, where I take care of even the shipping, like one or two of those, would that be a cool giveaway? There's going to be a lot of keyboards. No? Okay, and it said no, so I don't want to do it anymore. There's going to be a lot of keyboards, though, that we're going to be giving away again. Will you build me a free Manta? Damn, that's an expensive giveaway. We'll see. I'd be down for a build service. It'd be fun, right? I'll send you some CU series. Ooh. I just want a singular keycap? Oh. Can I do that? I wonder. I can swing it. By the way, guys, I had the worst experience on Escape from Tarkov yesterday. I actually have not, like, audibly sighed from that game yet in PvE mode. But, like, I had the weirdest graphical... I don't even know what to call it, man. Can I explain to you guys and you guys can tell me what happened there? Like, did the game just break on me? So basically, I was playing a match yesterday of Tarkov, a PvE, not PvP. And I loaded in, and immediately my audio is like foobarred. Like, it is awful. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe my audio is glitched because it did that thing where, you know, when I started at my computer where it recognized my monitor as my main source of audio and I forgot to switch it until I was in the game. I'm like, okay, so maybe it's my fault. Then I'm playing the game and the game runs fine, right? But anytime I'd shoot like my gun, it would like just stutter. And I also couldn't exit the game. I couldn't like Alt F. I couldn't Alt Tab. I couldn't Alt F4. I couldn't like Control Alt Delete. But I was able to play the game. Skill issue? I was able to play the game, and then suddenly I got rushed by a bunch of NPCs, and they killed me. Is that a CPU problem? Or is that just the game breaking? Report it? Hacks? Oh, damn. I got found out. Krill issue? Well, guess it's my own fault then. By the way, are you guys getting the new Elden Ring game? Is anyone purchasing it? What GPU are you running? 4070 Super. The Founders Edition one. NV50 series has been having all kind of bad driver issues. I mean, it could have been a driver issue too. I did update my driver right after that, by the way. There's a new Elden Ring game. What's it called again? Night Rain? I'm so excited for it, man. If you guys don't hear from me for a few days, I'm so sorry. I'm holding out for Duskblood since that seems more up my alley. What's that about, Killed? I'm going through my game phase again, so I've been really enjoying playing video games again, which is like rare to me. The nice thing about EC modding too is like this doesn't take much time. This is like a pretty simple process. Perfect. I've been spamming OG Oblivion. I sort of want to play OG Oblivion. I don't know yet. I really haven't made up my mind. Okay, there's one. Let's just make sure where the rings fell out here. Indiana Jones got me gaming a lot more since playing that than Doom Dark Ages. Oh wait, is Doom Dark Ages out? Siu wants a compliment? Siu, being with you, I'd never have a Dark Age in my entire life, dude. I just have all the best times in my life. Just being with you, my friend. It's good? Hell yes, dude. Is this an integrated plate? No, not really. Integrated would mean that it would be combined with the top frame, and this is not combined with the top frame. It's free on PC Pass? Oh, hell yes. Okay, yeah, I have the PC Pass then. That makes me happy. So nice.
Hey, beautiful. Hope you're well.
Scotty!
Chat is also looking cute. Romantic face emoji.
Thank you, Scotty. I appreciate it, man. That is very kind of you, dude. Just gonna put some of the ones with the rings here first while I can see things nicely. Grinding Expedition 33. Dude, everyone I know has been playing that game as well, and everyone says I should get on that game. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of games, and then also I've been really enjoying just taking pictures again, just keyboards. I know I haven't been posting a whole lot of them, but I've been taking the photos and editing them. There's something, if I'm being real, there's something boring about social media these days. And I know what is boring about it, but like I love streaming and I love doing this. And I don't mind posting to YouTube. But like actually posting on any other social platform has just become like a bit of a chore to me. Like I know I should, and I know it's like part of my job, but yeah, it's just not fun. It's not fun posting on other social media stuff anymore. Everything's bots and engagement bait, and you're just competing with people who just live and breathe in algorithms, so. This coffee's delish today. Agreed, if you have some spare time, I prefer being on Twitch over any other app on my phone. Yeah, I'm more of a live stream person. It's hard for me to watch anything else at this point. Isn't Twitch chat also 99.9% bots? No, that's just in it. Can confirm I am a bot. And it has many accounts that he bots with. Adam Geo, Avo, Tim Keelis, all the same accounts. I'm paid to be here. Stray shot. It's okay. It's just him. Oops. Oh no. I dropped the ring. Where'd it go now? Is it all my clothes? I think it is. Hey, where'd it go? One sec, guys. Paid chatters, unpaid mods? It do be happening sometimes. Wait, where'd it go? The fuck? Where'd this thing drop to? It's not like I have a... Huh? My eyes are playing tricks on me, guys. Ain't no way, dude. Where did this thing go? Okay, I'm gonna wait till the end to find it. I'll find it here in a second. It's not my clothes, is it? No. Weird. Mode, Envoy, or 65? IMO, you're gonna get a little bit more versatility out of using the mode 65. Just a little bit more versatility out of it. Oh, I see where that fell. It fell right here, not on the floor. Where did these ones go now? That one goes here. Kind of want to get Mode Keyboard in a couple of months. Do it. They're really good. I've always enjoyed my Mode stuff. Again, I am a firm believer that when I'm into hobbies, at this point here, like, maybe this is like being an adult, but like, bro, I am not, I am like so turned off from buying products just because of hype these days. Like, I'd rather do my research and buy a product that is from a company that I know will help me. Like, I'm dead set on doing that these days. I think that's just usually the better decision. Because, dude, you know how many times in the long run I have like a product that I end up like... For example, my headphones. I know for a fact that if I reached out to Rawson Audio, they'd come and help me. I know for a fact. Damn. You bringing back the bell doink? I spent years watching and figuring what I like before I spent several $100s on my board. Yeah, dude, honestly, I think that is also a very valid thing to do. Sometimes you do your research. I think doing your research is really responsible. Not the bell doink again. It do be happening. Doing research is hugely responsible. I've always waited for the in-stocks instead of the group buys. Yeah, like there are a few things I'll join in for a group buy for, which, you know, I've definitely have even in recent times. A few friends' keyboards and just like, even a few keycaps, just because, like, you know, I know the keycaps will be popular, and sometimes I don't even know if I have the time or the energy to sit there and snipe in-stock units when they're extras. But what do the rings on the EC switches do? They should help with top-out noises. So in this case here, I would go on a limb, and again, I've never used one this thin. It's probably going to help like eliminate a bit of noise from the top-out, but not as much as like an actual ring would. You know what I mean? Like an O-ring. Like, I'd be hard-pressed to say this would do more. Have you checked out the RAID HE switches yet? Didn't I check out are the RAIDs and Navies different? I know I checked the Agar has one of them. And I know for a fact we had it on the Agar. Navies is true EC RAIDs. Oh, sorry, HE, my bad. I misread that. No, I haven't checked those out yet. I have not. Sorry guys if I seem a little bit focused. Where did you end up on HE for Manta? I had a few people reach out offering to do a bunch of cool HE stuff. For now, my main focus is me and Bull getting that product released. So, oh, that is not what I wanted to happen there. That is not good. So for now, like, I'm not in a rush, so we'll see. We shall see, guys. But an EC Manta or even an HE Manta would be pretty cool in the future. Like, I admit, it would be pretty neat. I really do hope a universal 65% HE PCB exists one day. That would be really cool. The problem is, like, without getting into too many details about it, the problem is sometimes people, when they design their own PCBs for their own projects, a lot of stuff ends up being like slightly proprietary. So
B button, blood type, emoji, Oprah.
Hi, Tim. Tim, do you want to play games later? Well, maybe not later. Maybe tomorrow, if you're free tomorrow. Today I might have to do a bit more work. Tim, do you want to try a different extraction shooter? Is that the official name for them? So nice. Who did that? Agent, thank you so much for the tier 1. I appreciate it. Thank you. What game? I don't know. There's some different extraction shooters out, though. I really want to try some of the other ones. Tarkov is fun, but the missions are a little bit kind of repetitive at this point. Got a lock-in for Night Rain? You know who I think would love Night Rain is... I think Helheim, Angel, would really like that, because he played the shit out of the other one. Arc Raiders, isn't that still closed beta? Like, you have to get invited for that one there? I would love to give that a go, though. I would absolutely love to give that a go. Oh yeah, never mind then. I really hope they make that open beta soon. Would love that. Who are you squatting up for Night Rain? Quite frankly, I don't know. I don't know. I think maybe the only person that I even know who plays those types of games, like that I usually game with, that's in my circle, would be Angel. But I don't know anyone else who'd be slightly interested in that. I may wait to play that game. Marathon is cooked 1,000%. Wait, why? Why is it cooked? Go request access right now? Why, do you have access to it, Tim? I know you're a big streamer and all, but like... Have you played with Anit? I feel like I'd get bullied playing with Anit. Not big enough? Where are you using that Sharpie? You have something to write on? Wow, Anit. See what I mean, guys? Remember when I said he'd probably bully me? I would never bully Init back. Would never do that, bro. He just bullies me. That's crazy. So wait, Marathon is the one from Bungie, right? This one goes. The one that stole all the art? I saw that. I'm a little shocked by that, if I'm being honest. That one there threw me for a loop. So what ended up happening with that? Did they come out and like say anything, or is it just kind of being like left up in the air? Dude, honestly, from the trailers I watched, it looked boring as fuck. Like, I'm also just not into, like, Bungie stuff anymore. Like, they make good feeling shooters, but my god, like, Destiny was painful. Well, sorry, Destiny now is painful. So nice.
David's father has 3 sons, named Snap, Crackle, and Underscore.
David's father has 3 sons. Fuck. Okay. I only know because someone in chat said the answer. But I get it now. I get it. I almost fell for that one there. Almost fell. Riddles are nice. I like riddles. Thank you so much, though. I appreciate that, Magaboo. Bungie is in such a downfall. Destiny 2, now this. I remember when it was a renowned company. Dream Job, Halo Saga, and now look at it. I wonder why. I'm sure there's a really obvious explanation, but like I still can't help but wonder why. Come on, I'm gonna get some tissues to help clean off this excess lube. Corporate greed? Who is David? Alright. Now the fun part, which is cleaning off all the lube here. Oh boy. This... Okay, you know what I'm going to do for this one? I think I am just going to brush the lube out. Because I think that's like the smart thing to do here. Oh my god, that is actually a crazy amount of lubricant. Holy shit. This is how it felt to clean those fucked up batches of MX Blacks. Yeah, like, dude, this is an insane amount. Also, here's a really good pointer. This is a good way to show this now. See how, okay, ignore the excess amount of lube, but you see how there is some lube sitting on the bottom over here? That can cause some suction, so I'm going to wipe that all away. So that doesn't happen. That does not need to be lubed. The part that hits the PCB does not need to be lubed. Okay. It's one side. All right, that was a lot of excess lube. Crazy. Okay. That should be a lot better. Free mystery lube for a batch of switches? New batch incoming, bro. New batch incoming. That would be funny. Alright. That stab is in. And let's get these guys in too. And these ones here are fine. These we don't need to do. All right. Cool. These, the only thing I will do is just inject a little bit of lube into the sides here, actually. Just in points where they contact things, but not a whole lot. We don't need to add a lot here. Because I remember one of these was ticking a little bit. Again, less is more with any project. Whew, sorry if this is off topic. Saw in your last Kohaku build, you said C3 wires are hard to get. Is there anything special about them? A lot of people just like C3 wires mixed in with their cherry stabilizers. It's a very like popular combo. I think it's just because C3 wires were like a particular thickness that people really, really enjoyed them. I wouldn't say there's anything like, I don't know, inherently special about them, you know? I've had good results with tons of other ones too, but some people really like them. I'm just gonna use these 2 packs of stabies to prop up our PCB here, our plate combination. All right. Now to put everything back. Geon balanced wires and cherry stabs are fire. Those are a good combo too. I mean, even all the stabs, the 7U stab wires that I have are not stock cherry. The stab wires I have are aftermarket. I forget where, because I ordered a bunch of them a while back. The 2U ones are stock cherry though. Those I don't really have a problem with ever. Dude, Scrubs, I would love to try some of your wires out too. Hydrate? Yo, I got you, man. I could use a sip of coffee. Tomorrow is my official day off, so today I'm going to stay up late playing games. The C3 and the board overall sound like heaven. Thank you again, Alex. Resident. Anytime. I've had a lot of really kind words about the commission builds lately, and I don't know what to say. Like, I'm very grateful you guys trust me. Very, very grateful, guys. Hope to get you to build 2 more custom fishes soon. Ooh, hell yeah, bro. Would love to. And thanks to everyone who, maybe I have said this a few times in the last little bit, but thanks to everyone who just like sits here and watches and hangs out. Really appreciate it, guys. And for everyone who helps support the channel as well with subs, I really do appreciate it, everyone. Thank you guys so, so much. I really can't thank you guys enough. I wanted to buy a camera bag and the nomadic one. Wait, which one, Enthusiast? Can I see? camera bags are interesting. That's another rabbit hole of things you can go down. There are some very, very expensive camera bags. Getting there. So nice. Thank you, Milker. I appreciate it. Thank you for the Prime, dude. Yeah, the Peak Design stuff isn't bad. I honestly think Peak Design is kind of pricey. I have an old Peak Design backpack that I got when I worked at Best Buy. Because we had them in stock there and I got it on employee discount. Oh, I knocked out all the springs. Are you still shooting with the Leica? Yeah, that's... okay. That is probably the only camera I like shooting with. I have a little Fuji camera that long story short, a friend owns a camera store and traded me a keyboard and some money for the camera. I don't love the Fuji X100 It's all right. I thought everyone was like, I mean, dude, this is probably the one instance where I kind of bought into the hype, but also was like, well, I like Fuji cameras. It's an okay camera. I think my girlfriend is getting more use of it out of the camera than I even am. But yeah, it's just all right. I haven't been like over the moon about it. I wish I had bought the XM5 like the Fuji XM5 more than the X100. I just wish I could use my own lenses. And again, maybe this comes from a place of privilege. I would have rather adapted some of my Leica lenses to the camera. So yeah, I might see if I can trade it for an XM5, or I might just sell the camera body for retail price because it's very light use. But again, I really wish I just picked up the XM5. But the XM5 had a longer wait list than the X100, crazy enough. So yeah, but I it's been okay. I still think I prefer just shooting with a manual lens. But yeah, because let me just use the washroom really quick and also get some water, because coffee is great and all, but I do feel like I need some water. Give me one moment, guys. Okay. I saw the spring drop. Huh? Oh shit, we gotta wipe these ones here off too. Alpha?
How's life been, Alex? I've been gone for way too long, Alexotos.
How are things for you been? My life's been pretty normal. I don't think I have any like big news for you guys, like life-wise. It's been pretty standard fare, I'd say. Which is never a bad thing, by the way. Been pretty normal and good, just working a lot. I love that, bro. Working is not a bad thing. All right, let's make sure this is all lined up nice with the springs. But yeah, normal is good. Any plans for the summer, Alpha? Moving in the fall, so no plans for the summer? Oh yeah, that's going to be a big one. Moving is never a fun, never really a fun situation, so that will be a big, big thing. Where are you moving to? Darn it. Let me see if I knocked out any of the springs. I think I might have. Oh, we're good. Never mind. We are fantastic. It's okay, I'll just do it like this. Hi Sterling, how you doing, man? How did stream go? We're doing an EC board tonight, so tensions are high. That's okay, perfect. Perfect. No, we didn't lose a spring, thankfully. We did not. Ooh, I can already tell you the spring or the switches feel way better lubricated. That sounds pretty smooth. Let's get these all slotted in nicely. Where's my money? Okay, we'll do the predictions after. Hope we're having a good day. Pretty standard day. Honestly, I've been a bit sluggish today. I feel like I got enough stuff done though. But honestly, guys, whenever it rains, I kind of feel sad. I feel down. And today it was raining like crazy. And it's supposed to be raining all week. So been really, really hopeful for some nicer weather, but doesn't seem like we've been given any. Which is a bit of a shame. Don't get me wrong, I love rainy days as well. Like today I ended up grabbing my laptop and I worked by a window, but like in the same breath, like I also wouldn't mind to not have to deal with a bunch of rainy days. You know? Oh, I think I may have put this on the wrong way. I did. Okay, one sec. I made a boo-boo. At least I think I did. Yeah. Sunlight is pog. Feel that, bro? I just have to put my earbuds in and force myself to work. Oh, because rainy days. Yeah, it's one of those things where you got to put your headphones on and kind of just suck it up kind of deal. The diffused light from outside, from the clouds, is nice sometimes. Yeah, I honestly, dude, I really think it's just I need more vitamin D, bro. Maybe I'll get a sunshine lamp or something. The mouse is hot. Thank you so much. I think my camera, my Fuji camera doesn't like orange. Like at all. It looks really like flat on OBS. I don't go outside, I play League. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Oh. Okay, I think I messed up the orientation for this stabilizer. I think it was supposed to be this way. Or maybe not. Maybe it was supposed to go that way. Although it really shouldn't matter. Dangerous game I'm playing. This is how I knock all the springs out. Oh. Okay, let's just leave it like that. The pink, oh my god, yeah, the pink is pretty nice on this. I would have to agree. Have you tried EC stuff yet, Alex? I mean, like, I haven't tried enough to at this point here to be like, yo, I prefer these domes. But I can tell you this much. When I did that client HHKB, like the conversion into the Norbauer case, I really liked the stock stuff from HHKB. I was pretty into that, so I'll say that kind of won me over in a sense. I still think I put this in upside down. I think this needs to be flipped so this can go through that for the hole. All right, let me just try to get this one more time here. But to just be careful. Let me just try doing this. There we go. That works. Dude, they're really good. Yeah, I agree. I really like the stock stuff that comes with that. Like, I immediately fell in love with that. That was like something I was like, wow, I really, really like this. All right, let me just do some realignment quick here, guys. Just make sure everything I want is in place. Perfect. All right. Oh, one last one here. There we go. Much better. It's your daily driver at the office? Well, damn. Which country is your farthest client from? That is a bit of a toughie. I don't know. Farthest? What's the opposite side of Canada at that point there? Like, out of curiosity, because I don't even remember off the top of my head. Interesting question, though. I guess I don't put one through that. Thought I did. Guess I don't. Okay, so that one there doesn't have a screw through it. I think it's the ocean, to be honest. Have I had anyone from the ocean? I'm not sure. If it is sea, then yes. I've had... Dude, I've had so many different clients from all parts of the world. I will say, like, I've had some pretty remote clients, though. The most remote place I shipped to, I don't remember exactly where it was, but it was somewhere in Europe. And I remember not hearing about that particular region, and I looked it up, and it was like the smallest town I've seen. And shipping to get there for this person here, like, they didn't care. They wanted me to ship the board. It was like $400 or $500 to just ship there. So it was a pretty cool experience. That was really neat, but I think that's like the craziest thing I've shipped. Nothing crazier beats that. Destin, thank you so much for the tier 1, dude. Thank you, man. My tracking just updated. I guess I get my package tomorrow. Hell yeah, dude. W client. Yeah, there's been some pretty awesome clients in that sense. I don't think so. That doesn't ring a bell. This was years ago. The keyboard hobby has sort of slowed down. I still think it's very much like... Dude, there's still a lot of great people in the hobby. The thing is, it's not as active as it once was. Plus, you know what? I find during the summer and spring, more people are less inclined to get into keyboards because of, you know, outdoor stuff. All right, we are good. Hold on, I see a little bit of lube I want to wipe off in here. Perfect. For me, the opposite. I'm into winter sports, then chill inside for the summer. Also super fair, dude. All right. So, question is, do we want to put the stock keycaps back on here? I kind of feel like that would be a fair thing to do, since, you know, this is a full package that comes with this. Also, another little note, really like the top mounting points here as a little plus. They've done a really good job with knowing their stuff here. I don't know, you guys go outside? Oh, damn. Honestly, I get you, bro. Please, screw. There we go. To get my packages? Yeah, to get my keyboards. So do some research, you know. Just research purposes. Koala, thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, thank you. to get my packages is a great answer. What do you guys have for dinner tonight? Oh, by the way, we're going to do some co-working streams this week, too. Not tomorrow, but probably Thursday and Friday. Your streams the last few months got me back into the money dreaming hobby. So I got to pay respect. What have you been picking up, Koala? Any boards in particular? Tomorrow is Thursday? Oh, then just Friday. Tomorrow is my only day off. Friday and Saturday. That's what I meant to say. All right, let's plug this guy in, and then we'll put some keycaps back on it. I think I'll use the stock keycaps that came with this. I got a brand new inbox Andromeda, emailed you on that. Oh yes, you did. Vega Iron 180 Alami, basically all the boards I couldn't get when I was working an adult job, when I wasn't working an adult job. The Andromeda pickup is actually kind of crazy though. Like realistically, that is the craziest pickup out of all those you mentioned. I'm shocked you found one brand new in box, because I think that was a pretty like low-key... Well, I shouldn't say low-key. It was a pretty popular group buy, but... Oh, there's two different screw lengths for this. I got the Box 75 designer who never built it. Oh, from the Box 75 designer? Oh, crazy. I'm surprised. I'm surprised they never built it. If I was to get a board for history reasons, if I was to get a board for history, would be that one? Oh, do you mean just for like the sake of looking back at the hobby as a whole? Is that what you're trying to say? Dude, the Andromeda is a nice one. It's also hella expensive. What's the most aesthetically unique board you've ever built? I feel like there's a few. I couldn't say there's like one in particular, but probably the Geist rings a bell like right away. I didn't build my own. I built Mike's. The Nolan N1, I mean, even that control panel 01, anything basically from the people who did those two keyboards have been pretty unique. What else has been like crazy? Event Horizon's pretty unique, but I wouldn't say it was like a mind-blowing machining, you know, like it wasn't crazy. Like, sorry, the machining quality was good on the one I built, but like it wasn't wild. The one of the horns was unique, for sure. Alright, let's put some keycaps back on this. Ooh, this is like already sounding pretty nice now. Ooh, I'm excited. I'm very excited for this. Does this support MX keycaps? It does. So you can use whatever MX keycaps you want. Honestly, I think this is a fun little project to pick up. This is a pretty high, I mean, I would even vouch to say this is like a high-end intro into to EC. If you're wanting to pick this up and getting into this side of the hobby. Ayo, what's up? Squash, how you doing? I was super excited when I was able to get a brand new inbox U80A and the full PBT Islander set at a DC meetup. Where did you find, I mean, dude, the U80s, I feel like a lot of people ended up keeping them brand new in box. I feel like me, a lot of people were collecting those. Ooh, this is very nice now. Exciting, exciting times. 3. Removing all that lube totally changed the way the spacebar sounds now. That is so funny. It doesn't sound as squishy anymore. It's crazy foggy out tonight. Oh shit, I gotta take a look afterwards. Oh shit, wrong spot. So we might need to add a little bit more lube back, because maybe I took out too much. How's the build going? I'm enjoying it. This was actually a really fun, I don't know, I also feel like this is pretty relaxing. EC is not like terribly complicated to do. Maybe a little daunting because there's a lot of things you have to do, but I don't know, I think it's relaxing. The stabs are hitting. Yeah, I think we did these good. I was in Canada last weekend, went out to dinner and ordered a burger. Waitstaff said they only cook burgers well done in Canada. What's that about? Hold on. That's not true at all. I know some places, because like ground beef, they only do well done. But I wouldn't say Canada as a whole. There's been plenty of burger places that'll cook it medium rare. But I think just from like a safety perspective, they probably told you that. But that's kind of like a weird... Yeah, dude, you kind of did get gaslit there. That's crazy. She lied to me. Yeah. They have to grind the meat themselves to do that, I'm pretty sure. Is there like a sub rule to that? I didn't know. But there's definitely been places I've gone to that literally ask me, how do you want the burger done? She was like, you are an American? What the fuck? That's kind of rude. I feel like that's kind of rude. I don't know why. You got tariffed? Maybe they did it on purpose. Is it because Canadians are so nice, they will always say well done? It's a pretty good one, actually. I respect that. That's what I thought. Yeah. That's funny, though. But no, definitely, man. They don't just do it that way. It's pretty crazy that's the only thing they offered you. All right. Oops, this does not go here. J. All right. You know, the keycaps have like a slight tinge of blue to them. Almost reminds me of like GMK Honor. Ooh, these feel... Ooh, that does sound a lot nicer. I'm just going to tune the stab up. Actually, no, the stabs are perfect. Oh, dude, these sound so much nicer now. Should we try a set of ABS? Do you guys want me to try ABS on this too? I wouldn't say they're a silencing O-ring. Not as like aggressive as some other ones, but they are a very unique typing experience. It is slightly tactile. Like definitely a kind of tactile, but also not as an aggressive tactile like we usually get. I'm pretty happy with this, but I do want to try a few ABS keycaps on this. I wouldn't mind trying an ABS spacebar, for example. I think that would be pretty nice. So let me get some keycaps here. What do I want to use just for testing purposes? Let's grab this wedge. Just put wob on it. I don't think I have wob available right now. Sadly. Oh. What's going on? It's like not pressing in nicely here. Not seating nice. What's going on here? The GMK cap is not sitting nice on this. Collision with the stems on the side. It could be some sort of collision there, yeah. Interference. We'll see. They're supposed to be MX compatible. Alex, chat. Hi, Zane. I mean, I don't think so. I think this is... Oh, dude, this is the wrong thing entirely. This is the wrong... That's my bad. Those are the wrong 6U cap. I think it was the wrong one, yeah. This is a 6U with an off-centered. See? Now I have to hit the one that's centered here. Yeah, my bad. Much better. I forget that sometimes those are in the cases. I always forget, man. You know, I don't think there's that big of a difference. I do want to just touch up this stabilizer a slight bit. Maybe I removed too much lubricant here. I did wipe away practically all of it. Hey Alex, that sounds mushy but interesting. It's supposed to sound a bit mushy. It's like an EC build. Yeah, I actually preferred the PBT. I much preferred the PBT on this. Feels great. This is a nice feeling one here. So I think, okay, what I would, if I was selling this kit, if this was me, so I'll talk about a few points right now. I'll talk about the good. So things that I really liked, things that I feel like could objectively improve, and then things that I feel like are subjective to me that I feel like could be improved. So the good, I think the case like looks high end, and I think that's a compliment here. The only thing I would want to see different, is I would like to see maybe a bit more design going on the bottom. This is just my brain. Whenever I see something flat like this, just even with these little engravings here, I kind of associate this usually with a very like easy to machine board and should be a lot cheaper. That's kind of like what my brain associates like a flat bottom like this on keyboards. So I would like to see some extra machining on this, or just something, No, at the moment, Jenny, no one can. Those are sold through. I don't even think I have any left. So the next thing. Oh, what's the price point again? It's $300. So the next thing I really like, the PCB in this is amazing. This is an absolutely great buy, I think, because you're getting an incredible PCB with this. Pass through, which is fantastic. You don't see a lot of these, which these are really fun to see. You get the keycaps, you get everything you need is already built for you in this case. They're relatively simple to take apart and mod and kind of fun, to be honest. So I think that's a huge plus. So FK, I think they did well when it comes to this. If this had any other PCB inside of this, I would have been a lot more harsh. But because this is getting like the top PCB, the best PCB you can get, I think this is a fantastic pickup for that. Something that I didn't like, the stabilizers. The fact that the stabs, and you guys saw, had that much lubricant on them was literally had, this was some of the excess lube we pulled off. There was more because I wiped some down. This is from one stab. This is from the spacebar. I do think that is the critical point that could be improved. Obviously it's not a make or break thing, but for those who buy this board in its kind of stock configuration and don't want to open this up, you do need to kind of open this to kind of fix that. So, I didn't put the brass back in. You're right. Let's put that back in too. Totally forgot about that. The little brass ring around the side. Might be. What else is objectively good about this? Or sorry, bad about this? I don't think there's any other super negative points I'd want to bring up here. I think everything's pretty standard fare. One little piece of preference now that I think should be mentioned. I would like to see them include just some extra pieces in the box. I don't know if that's intended to, because I don't know if this is just my version that got this. But for example, maybe one or two extra switches, or one or two extra springs, and maybe an extra dome, or I don't know, just some extras just in case. I feel like that goes a long way when you're buying something pre-built like this. You know what I mean? I really do feel like that goes a very, very long way. So I would like to see that as well. I think that would be an excellent addition to the board. Want some stabilizers with that lube? Oops, how do we put this back in here? But for a first release, I think this is incredibly solid. Especially something that comes pre-done, you don't really need to source any other parts. But obviously, I do like this better when we mod this. It does sound a whole hell of a lot cleaner. So if you do pick this up, it doesn't hurt to take this apart. It only takes an hour or two. Also, this might be something that most people don't think about as well. I do think having to not have to source other parts from other vendors cuts back on a lot of the shipping cost, which does help you save some money as well. I don't think the price is terrible compared to a brand new HHKB. No, I don't think this price is very bad either. I think it's fair. Again, I think I would have had a very different perception about the fairness of this if it didn't come with the PCB it comes with. If this just came with like an in-house PCB that we've never heard of, I would have been like, maybe this should be priced at $200 or $250 or something. But yeah, this is coming with a very solid PCB. The top-down view of the board is really pretty. I just wish the bottom had some extra stuff going on. I feel like when we get to the $300 price range plus, usually I kind of want a little bit of extra oomph with my keyboard design. But like, this is a nice view. I like this. The keycaps you get are solid with this too. I'll do another sound test for you guys here as well. Actually, what I would probably actually do for this too, I would probably put an O-ring, like a thicker O-ring, on the, if I were to go back up and open this, on the slider for this. For some reason, I'd kind of want the spacebar to be a bit more like deep. So, it does feel like your standard HHKB experience here. I would say this is like pretty close to what I would want in most of my EC builds that I've done so far. I don't know if they were Poron. They were a sheet of some sort. It might have been a Poron sheet, but it's like one of those very thin sheets, so. Nice. Overall, nice. Again, I think this is a fun project. Very, very fun project here. Obviously, a few improvements I'd make personally, but nice. Very, very cool. Yeah, this is so nice to type on. If you guys haven't, this is off topic from just this. If you guys haven't tried EC stuff, EC is becoming a lot more accessible now. And I think it's becoming a bit more mainstream, which is fantastic. Dude, I waited way too long to try this stuff. This is so, so cool. Like, it feels so different than, you know, your standard MX keyboard. And dude, I can't stress enough, if you have the opportunity to try some of this stuff, pick it up and try it. It's so much fun. So much fun. The Agar has done wonders for the accessibility. Dude, the Agar has made so many more people want to get into EC stuff, which is so cool. So, oh yes, payout for the predictions. I didn't lose any springs. Too many doubters. Nah. Too many doubters, dude. Last sip of coffee, and then I just got some water. But cool. Thank you to FK Caps for sending this out, by the way. Thank you. I'll be probably sending this back to them, I'm pretty positive. Or to another content creator. Although, maybe I don't know how they're going to reuse this, because I've already modded it. And the Agar is kind of insane value, just a little unlucky it had to compete with the cheaper Neo option. Yeah, but you know what? I don't think the Neo option has EC stuff, you know? Thank you, Alex. Warm regards from Indonesia. Dude, thank you so much for being here, guys. So, I wanted to say a few things before we get off for the day. First of all, you guys better have Wait, what am I doing? You guys better have the sickest night tonight, by the way. I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow. In fact, I might be, other than doing a bit of work in the morning, I'm probably going to be kind of AFK from my computer tomorrow. Friday, instead of doing a normal stream, because every person I've tried to reschedule for Friday that I can do for Friday has said they want to keep their original time slot, I'm going to be doing a co-working stream. So I have a whole bunch of work that needs to get done on Friday. You guys really liked the last co-working stream. We're going to be doing another one. It's probably going to be at like 12 o'clock or something. So noon. I'll just ping everyone when we do that. And then Sunday we're doing another stream, and then we're back to regular business next week. But thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys. I strongly cannot word this enough. You guys are awesome. Thanks for constantly being here in this community and just hanging out. It means more than you guys could ever know, man. More than you guys could ever know. Fun times as always, Alex. Everyone have a good rest of their night / day. Agree, guys. Let's go find someone to raid. I'm actually going to be bringing this keyboard upstairs. Let's go find someone. Game. I really like this board so far. Kimlin Win is streaming? Oh, where? Here it is. Glad to have come across you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you, guys. I'll see you guys very soon. And bye, everyone. Love you. Talk to you soon, guys. Oh, and last important note is be financially responsible, everyone. And call your loved ones. If you guys haven't, call your loved ones. Love you guys. Bye, everyone. And have a good night. See ya.